Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to say Kothar Dafla Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Barak Thumb. Double honors to the elders who taught us this truth, and to the brothers and sisters that are on four corners of this planet Earth, standing on these laws, statutes, and commandments, and praying for the hastening of the coming of Yahweh HaMashiach, who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. My name is Mapathak, and today I have another short lesson, thick old series. You know, like I always say, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because all the lessons are done through the Spirit. You know, and when you give a lesson through the Spirit, a lot of people don't understand because a lot of people aren't spiritual. So, what I want to talk about today, right, you know, is being a watchman. You know what I'm saying? And what is a watchman? A watchman is someone that's, you know, appointed, okay, to guard something. You know what I'm saying? Or to look over. You know what I'm saying? Look over something. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that, you know what I mean, that can see further than other people could see. Okay, it's like somebody that's on a tower. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's on a tower can see further than people who are on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High appointed, you know, in Israel, watchmen. You know what I'm saying? Ones that are in the spirit that can see something coming and to warn the people. Okay? Because like I said, you know, in the beginning of my video here, that a lot of people don't really understand spiritual people. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on one accord, you know what I'm saying, to understand something spiritual. So that's why a lot of times, you know, somebody who's spiritual, they break it down to somebody who's not. You know, just like somebody who's on that tower, they look on that tower, they can see further than the people that are on the ground. So they see what's coming, and then they come down, you know what I'm saying, from off that tower and speak and, you know, warn the people that are on the ground. Or how can I say, you know, the people that are not in the spirit. You understand what I'm saying? So, the Most High, you know what I'm saying, the creators of the heavens and earth, you know, he appointed, you know what I'm saying, brothers, okay, to be watchmen. You know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters. You can say sisters too, because there's a lot of spiritual sisters in Israel. I'm not saying, but the job is for the men. You know, the men basically, you know, they are the ones that preach the truth, deliver the truth. The women are the ones who teach the women and the children. Understand what I'm saying? You know, but the men teach everybody. Okay, so what I want to talk about is a watchman. You know what I'm saying? And I want to go to the book of Ezekiel 33. Okay, Ezekiel 33. Just, you know, to give you what the Spirit gave me about, you know, a watchman's duty. So what does a watchman do, or what is a watchman responsible of doing? Because again, as the Most High, you know what I'm saying, gave you an understanding of this truth, okay, you're supposed to be warning the people. You know what I'm saying? You know, and if you're not warning people, you know what I'm saying, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? All praise to the Most High. So I'm going to go to the book of Ezekiel, okay, the 33rd chapter, starting at verse 1. And this book is New American Standard Bible. And I got all types of translations. So, I mean, if this don't sound good, I'll just go to another one. That's all. All right. So, first verse says, "And the word of the Lord came to me, saying," that's verse 1. Verse 2, "Son of man, speak to the sons of your people, and say to them, if I bring a sword upon a land, and the people of the land take one man from among them, and make him their watchman," verse 3, "and he sees the sword coming upon the land, and blows the trumpet, and warns the people, verse 4, then he who hears the sound of the trumpet and does not take warning, and his sword comes and takes him away, his blood will be on his own head. Let me read verse 4 again. Then he who hears the sound of the trumpet and does not take warning, and the sword comes and takes him away, his blood will be on his own head. So basically through the Spirit, okay, the Most High is speaking to Ezekiel. Okay, Ezekiel is a Levite, you know what I'm saying? He's a basically he work in the temple, he's a priest, okay? The Most High is telling Ezekiel, he says, tell the children of Israel, tell the people. He ain't saying tell nobody else. He says, tell the children of Israel, right? Your people, right? If you bring a sword upon the land, if you bring in judgment on the land, okay? And the one that that is chosen out of that people to be that watchman, you know what I'm saying, sees that judgment coming, okay, and then blows the trumpet, which means let everybody know what's about to happen, right? Okay, and the ones who don't listen, don't listen to that trumpet or don't take heed, you know what I'm saying, to what the watchman is telling them, okay, and if he gets caught up in that blood is on his own head, okay? So the Most High is telling Ezekiel, you know what I'm saying, the duty of a watchman, okay, is to see the judgment and blow the trumpet, okay? That's what the watchman is supposed to do. Now, once the watchman does that, okay, and the people don't listen to him, that's on them, okay? And I got a precept, okay? Let's go to, matter of fact, let's read verse 5 too, before I bring the precept out. Verse 5 says, he heard the sound of the trumpet, but did not take warning. His blood will be on himself. But had he taken warning, he would have delivered his life. Okay, so basically, if you would have listened to what the watchman was saying, what the man of God was saying, you know what I'm saying, and, heed the warning, you know what I'm saying, he would have been good. Just like, we got into the hedges and the highways, you know what I'm saying, we blow the trumpet, you know what I'm saying, to our people. Now it's up to them, you know what I'm saying, to take warning. That's what a watchman's supposed to do. See judgment coming, let the people know. You understand what I'm saying? Because, we read the Bible and there's prophecies in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And when we see the prophecies come about, we let the people know that, what's about to go on. Now, if they hear us, you know what I'm saying? It's good. If they don't hear us, that's going to be on them. Okay? So, our first precept I want to go to is Leviticus chapter 20 real quick. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 9. Okay, it says, the Lord gave the following regulation. Any of you that curse your father or mother shall be put to death. No, is that the wrong one? No, wrong one. Slacky. That's the wrong one. Jeremiah 6 and 17. Okay, hold on. That's the wrong one. Okay. Jeremiah 6 and 17. Okay. Jeremiah 6 and 17 says, then the Lord appointed sentries to listen for the trumpets, warning. But they said, we will listen not. And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? The Most High appoints people to do certain things. Now, if the people don't do what they're appointed to do, you know what I'm saying, then the whole thing is not going to work like it's supposed to work. You understand what I'm saying? It's not going to work right. You know what I mean? So it says right here that the Most High appointed people to listen to the trumpet. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, back in them days, each sound of the trumpet meant different things. You know what I'm saying? And there was men that the Most High, put put in certain places to listen to these certain sounds of the trumpets. You know what I'm saying? And once they heard these certain sounds or the warnings, they know what to do. You know what I'm saying? For instance, if it was about to go to war, it was a certain trumpet blown. If it was about to retreat, it was a certain trumpet blown. You understand what I'm saying? So on and so forth. But if these people that were supposed to listen to these warnings didn't do what they're supposed to do, then what would happen is, a lot of people would, wouldn't hear these warnings and this and that, be caught up. Who would the blood be on? The blood be on the ones that's supposed to be listening to these trumpets. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why it's very important if the Most High basically gave you an understanding of His truth. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't go out there and do what you're supposed to do, blood is on your hands, man. Let's keep on going in Ezekiel, right? Let's read verse 6. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 6. It says, "But if the watchman sees the sword coming and does not blow the trumpet, and the people are not warned, and the sword comes and takes a person from them, he is taken away in his iniquity. But his blood I will require from the watchman's hand." So, what the Spirit is saying is, okay, if the watchman, the one that's basically responsible for guarding or for listening to the trump, listen to the sound, is watching, if he doesn't basically, see the judgment coming and doesn't and does not blow that trumpet and does not warn the people like he's supposed to do, and that judgment come, okay, the blood, okay, is on that watchman. You know what I'm saying? The Most High going basically come see that watchman because he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. Again, you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? If you're not out there warning the people, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know, there's people out there just waiting for, what's going to come out your mouth. Because you got to understand, there's a lot of camps out there, yeah. There's a lot of brothers teaching and this and that. But there's certain people that the Most High basically sends to each people, to wake them up. You understand what I'm saying? One camp can't wake up everybody. You understand what I'm saying? There's certain people in each camp or whoever, you know what I'm saying? You could be let's say you could be out there on a corner teaching yourself or wherever you could be at. You don't have to be in a camp, to push this truth, or to warn your people. But if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying? And somebody could be waiting for what's coming out your mouth, you know what I'm saying? And if you're not basically utilizing that gift, blood is on your hands. You're responsible. Okay? Okay, so let's go to verse 7. "Now, as for you, son of man, I have appointed you a watchman for the house of Israel." So the Most High appointed Ezekiel a watchman for the house of Israel. It doesn't say for any other nation. You understand what I'm saying? Ezekiel was a watchman for the house of Israel. Just like nowadays, you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you know what I'm saying? The Most High woke you up to this truth, gave you understanding of these scriptures, so on and so forth, you know what I'm saying? And called you out, you know what I'm saying? Gave you a certain type of wisdom, you know what I mean? He's appointed you know what I'm saying, to be a watchman over the you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, the children of Israel. Because the kingdom of heaven, okay, is our inheritance. You understand what I'm saying? Not nobody else's, all right? Let's go to, real quick. Let me finish reading the scripture. Okay, from the top again, verse 7. "Now, as for you, son of man, I have appointed you a watchman for the house of Israel. So you will hear a message from my mouth and give them warning from me." And that's all it is. The Most High gives you the message and you give the warning. That's all. You're just passing the warning the people for what the Most High tells you through the Spirit, okay? Okay, Ezekiel 3 and 17. All right. Okay, Ezekiel 3 and 17 says, "Son of man, I appointed you a watchman to the house of Israel. Whenever you hear a word from my mouth, warn them from me." Okay? That's all you have to do. Okay? Because, yeah, there's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, There's a lot of, Israelites, woken up to this truth. But certain ones, the Most High has appointed watchmen. Not all of them. You understand what I'm saying? So that's you got to do your duty. Okay? And if you don't do what you're supposed to do, then look, you don't know how much blood is on your hands. You understand what I'm saying? So if the Most High woke you up to this truth, so you got to go out into the hedges and the highways, and compel you. You can't just be a keyboard warrior and this and that. That's not a part of the job. You understand what I'm saying? You got to go out, 10 toes down. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's go to verse 8. It says, when I say to the wicked, O wicked man, you will surely die, and you do not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood I will require from your hand. So, as the Most High basically gave you that job to warn the just and the unjust, you understand what I'm saying? It's up to that wicked man, once he hears this, now it's up to the wicked man to change, it's on him to change and this and that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're going to be just as wicked as a wicked man, maybe even wickeder. You understand what I'm saying? But the Lord called you, okay, basically to do that special job, and you're not doing it. You understand what I'm saying? The Most High, require, the Most High is going to require, the blood is going to be on your hands. You understand what I'm saying? So real quick, let's go to Hebrews 13 verse 17. All right. All right. Okay, Hebrews 13 verse 17. Okay, this Hebrews 13 verse 17, it says, obey your leaders and submit to them, for they keep watch over your souls as those who will give an account. Let them do this with joy and not with grief, for this would be unprofitable for you. So, through the Spirit, I mean, if the Most High, appointed you a watchman, okay, and you got people up under you, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a joyful thing, if you warn the people and they're obeying you. You understand what I'm saying? But basically it's a how can I say, it's a grief when you warn the people, that up under you and this and that, and they disobey you. You understand what I'm saying? That's grief. Or if a Most High appointed you a watchman and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, that's grief too. You understand what I'm saying? So do what you're supposed to do, okay, as being a watchman for the Most High, because there's a reason why the Most High does stuff. You understand what I'm saying? The Most High put in our hands, right, to wake up the people. You know what I mean? You put it in our hands. So far, through the Spirit, there's a lot more people woke up knowing this truth than when I first came in. You understand what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High. Okay? And let's read verse 9. Verse 9 says, but if you, on your part, warn the wicked man to turn from his way, and he does not turn from his way, he will die in his iniquity, but you have delivered your life. Exactly. So if you're out there, warning the people, being that watchman, warning these wicked people that what they're doing is wicked, they're sinning, you understand what I'm saying? And they don't, change their ways, okay, that's on them. Their life, they're going to be destroyed, you know what I'm saying? But you gain life because you're doing the Lord's will. You understand what I'm saying? And let's go to verse 10. It's my last. Oh, let me see. This verse 10. I'm going to read verse 10. This is going to be my last verse right here. Verse 10 says, now, as for you, son of man, No, no, that's it. That's it. That's good. That's good right there. So basically, I just pray, brothers and sisters are edified, what I'm saying, through this little lesson right here. Because the point is, okay, the one that the Most High basically gave an understanding of his truth right here, what I'm saying, gave that that big measure of faith, what I'm saying, being able to, what I'm saying, to go in the spirit and see stuff, what I'm saying, and warn people. What I'm saying? If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you got a lot of people blood on your hands. You know what I'm saying? Because, we're so close, but yet so far. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about, you know what I mean, the how can I say, the attention you get, you know what I'm saying, because basically, certain scriptures, boom, 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 this and that, you know what I'm saying? And it's not about that. Because if it wasn't for the Most High, you wouldn't know nothing. You understand what I'm saying? But what it's about is doing what the Most High basically sent you to do. And the Most High sent us, you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, okay, to warn the people. You understand what I'm saying? Put that message out there. Sow that seed. You understand what I'm saying? Sow wherever. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you see, you can see tomato plants growing in crazy places. You understand what I'm saying? So somebody going to heed to this word. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody going to listen. You know what I mean? Because if the Most High basically, you know what I'm saying? If the Most High basically, you know what I mean, didn't think anybody was going to listen to you, he wouldn't give you the understanding of this truth right here. You understand what I'm saying? Like they always said, I was always taught, you know what I'm saying? When you're out there teaching, right? You know what I'm saying? The one that's holding that sign, and they said that's all his job was holding that sign. He's just as important as the one that's teaching. You know what I'm saying? So with that, you know what I'm saying, I just pray, brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, we're edified. Very important. If you're a watchman, if the Most High put that spirit on you, do what you're supposed to do, because you're basically, you're, first of all, you know what I'm saying, you're letting your people know what's about to go down. And number two, you're delivered in your own self. You understand what I'm saying? I just pray, brothers and sisters, was edified through this truth, through the spirit. And if I said anything wrong, it definitely wasn't the spirit, it had to be the flesh. And it's getting tight. Stuff's about to go down. I can feel it through my spirit. Now it's time for brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, to tighten up. Tighten up in this truth, okay? Tighten up in this truth, you know what I mean? Different levels, different devils. Okay, and with that, I want to say, Shalom, wa mawafal ball. Kwam Yasha Allah.